let's move on now to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2023 season prediction video, where we break down all of the Buccaneers games and what we think that their floor and ceiling will be throughout the entire 2023 season. But before we do that, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and also ring the bell to get notified whenever we create new content. Ryan and I, we have a goal of getting to 2,000 subscribers by the start of the NFL season, which means a bunch more content will be coming out between now and September 7th. So if you want to see those videos and also follow along our fun 2023 season-long competition where we will predict and make videos on every single NFL game to see who is right the most at the end, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to follow that competition and all of the Bucs predictions. And Ryan, let's get into it here.
Let's do it.
Ryan and I, we went through every single NFL game for every team and predict who we think was going to win, and then also kind of showed a little bit of their floor. And you'll see here we included ties, as those are games that we feel can flip either way, which kind of shows the floor and ceiling that they have. And I'll say right off the bat, and Ryan and I, we've talked about this before, we definitely don't feel like they're going to go winless in 2023. But at the same time, though, they have a tough schedule. They have a really tough schedule. They have a tough schedule.
Just to play off that point, there are no games that I could confidently say, yes, they're definitely going to win that.
Yeah.
We're going through their schedule. So, at most, I think we could have, 4 or 5 ties, but maybe some of the closer ones. Maybe this Bears one could potentially be a tie, but I just think the Bears are going to be a little too dynamic on offense for them to keep up with. So
I agree. The biggest thing, we don't know how Baker's going to react. This offensive line was weak last year and lost. They did get rid of older veterans and bring in young talent, but this still brings in question marks.
Yeah,
their skill position players are getting older. They lost some on defense, so I definitely think that they're going to have more than 0 wins. But as we scroll down, it's just a tough schedule. Even then, on the latter half of the season,
yeah,
I mean, you got the Lions, then the Falcons. I mean, division games are always going to be interesting. The Bills are going to lose. Titans are going to lose. Niners definitely going to lose. I think the Panthers, I think the defense is going to be too much for them. It was giving them fits last year. And then how they end the season as well.
Packers, Jags, Saints, and then at Panthers. It's not a –
yeah.
Those last 4 are really tough. So.
Yes. So it's probably unfair to say that they're going to be winless, especially considering the Cardinals. I can confidently say it's possible that the Cardinals team could be winless. But at the same time, they're just going through the prediction now in the middle of August. You're just trying to figure out which of these games can we say that they can confidently win, and we just really don't know.
Yeah,
I just really don't know.
No, well, I do know that I can't confidently say that they're going to win any of these games. Baker Mayfield at this point is a journeyman quarterback. This offensive line, Tristan Wirfs is switching from right to left tackle. They lost, I think, 2 starting guards. Ryan Jensen is coming back from the ACL tear.
That's pretty gruesome. I'm sure he tore his ACL up, amongst other things. He did come back a little bit last year towards the end of the season because luckily the injury was early enough. But, I believe it was Shaq Mason also left, Donovan Smith left.
Yeah.
I will say when it comes to the offensive line and just the concerns I have, I'm not concerned about Tristan Wirfs.
It's just a new position. That's it.
Well, true, yeah. But overall talent, I think is going to be there. But I really like Cody Mock. How long is it going to take for him to get NFL ready? Because it seems like he's going to be the starter here. Is Ryan Jensen still the same as what we saw before? How's Luke Gadecki going to do as well? I'm sure he did get some playing time last year with all the injuries that happened to the offensive line. But still, you're going to be coming into his second year. There's just a lot of these questions. I feel like offensively they're not going to be nearly as explosive as what they have been over the past couple of years. Because even actually last year they weren't really that explosive, just because this offensive line really hindered them. So they're definitely. I think they're one of the teams where they definitely won games that they probably should not have won as the season went on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and they kind of like the Vikings ended up winning a lot of close games. I think the Falcons game, for example, the first one in Tampa Bay, they got a really lucky roughing the passer call that was a little bit bogus, as well as remember there was another controversial call in that game as well. So they really could just absolutely fall off a cliff. And we kind of saw the decline last year, and it could really take a nosedive. So
yeah. Yeah. So definitely feel free to roast us in the comments on this. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on how well you think that they can do. Do you think that they're still the division favorites? And I would love to hear some arguments on why you think that. And so just because it's really hard to kind of to go in and really kind of grasp how this team's going to do just with all the turnover and everything. And then when you lose a quarterback like Tom Brady, it definitely raises some question marks.
Yeah, definitely. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And like Tyler said, leave a comment down below on what you think the Buccaneers record is going to be in 2023. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.